In this tutorial, we are going to be looking into how we can use some formulas, for example, the SUMIFS and AVERAGEIFS, and do some data analysis in Microsoft Excel. Then we'll be looking into how can we instantly improve the visualization of our analytical results. And then finally, we'll be looking into how we can do the same kind of analysis using a pivot table. So let's jump in. As you can see, I will be using this data table in this tutorial. So let me first introduce you with this data table a little bit so that we understand alike. I have 5 columns data and more than 70 rows. The first column is about the names of all the districts. The second column is the names of the divisions of Bangladesh. Third column is the number of population living in each district. And the fourth column is the area in square kilometer of each district, and the fifth column and the last column is the density, that is the number of population living in each district. And we'll be looking into how can we find out the total and average population by division. We'll also be looking into how can we find out the total and average area by division, and we'll improve the data visualization. And finally, we'll be looking into how can we bring a pivot table and do the same kind of analysis. So before we do any further, let me first convert this data table into an official data table. So I'll put my cursor anywhere on this table and I will hit on Control T, or if you are using Mac, just hit Command T. So what it does basically, Microsoft Excel converts your data table into an official data table. So let's give it a name. First of all, name of this table would be, for example, this data. Very good. So we'll move to the analysis tab. That is where we want to show our results. So we want the names of all the divisions here. So if you are using Office 365, I know bringing all the names here is very, very easy. But if you're using 19 or any version before that, you will have to do it manually. So you go back to this division column and copy all the names of all the divisions. Then come back here and just paste it. As you can see, I have just repeated, there are some repetitions. Borishal happens so many times, Chittagong, Dhaka, Kumilla, and Dhaka, Khulna, Mymensingh, Rajshahi. So we want to get rid of this duplicate. So keeping it selected, I will go to this data, remove duplicates. I will choose this window will pop up. I will choose this continue with the current section. Then I will hit on remove duplicates. Then this window will pop up. Select all from the column B, of course, yes, hit on enter. As you can see, I ended up with the names of all the divisions of Bangladesh. Let me remove this background. So, okay. So ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 divisions in Bangladesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can count it, of course, but today's tutorial, we're not gonna do that. And this is where we want to bring the total population by division. So total population by Borishal, total population by Chittagong, total population living in Dhaka division, total population living in Khulna division, and so on. So we'll go here and write the formula. This time we are going to use the SUMIFS formula, one of the most widely used formulas in data analysis. You will see people using this formula quite often. So I will write SUMIFS. Then, as you can see, when you type the SUMIFS, these Microsoft Excel automatically recognizes what you are going to write. So it will give you this little option. So when you see that, you just hit on tab. Then you are good to go. Then I want to see the SUMIFS of data table. And from this data table, we would like to see the populations and then close the bracket, then comma, then data again. Then this time we want to see the population by division. So I will select the division, close the bracket. And where is the division? This Borishal division. So it will look for all the data that the table has under this Borishal division. So close the bracket to complete this formula, to complete this argument, and hit on enter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the total population living in Borishal division. Now what I can do, I can just double click on this as soon as when you put your cursor on this little square. As you can see, this right hand corner, just double click on it. The rest of the things, I mean, Microsoft Excel will do the rest of the things automatically for you. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have the total population of Boishal division: Chittagong, Dhaka, Khulna, Mymensingh, Rajshahi, Rangpur and Sylhet. It's very easy. And I would like to see the average population living in each division. So we'll go here and write the formula this time: AVERAGEIFS. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most widely used formulas, and I recommend you look at this formula bar than what I'm writing actually to see how can you use this formula and when can you use this formula. So from here I will choose the data, and from this data we'll see the population again, and close the third bracket, comma, data of what? Data division, close the bracket, comma, then where is your division? This division. Then I will close the first bracket or first parenthesis to complete the argument, then hit on enter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have this average population by division. Now I will double click on this corner to get the average population, in Chittagong division, Dhaka division, Khulna division and so on. Next thing we will do, we'll select this column and right click, go to this format cell and go to this number. This time we'll go to this number and use 1000 separated by comma and no decimal places. So ladies and gentlemen, now your data looks like fine. For example, Boishal division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 83,25,666 people living in Boishal division. And Dhaka should be the maximum, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in Dhaka division, we have more than 4 crore people living in. Okay, and we will now see the total area using the SUMIFS formula once again. So I will go write SUMIFS, first parenthesis, data, third bracket. Then from this data I will choose this area now, then close the third bracket, comma, then data, the table. I will select the table again. From the table we'd like to see the area by division, so I will choose the division, close the third bracket, comma, then what is the division? This division, this B9, cell B9. So I'll close the argument and hit on enter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the total area of Boishal division. Now again, just like this, you can drag this corner downwards, then you will get the total area of each division: Boishal division, Chittagong division, Dhaka division, Khulna, Mymensingh, Rajshahi and so on. Just like the average population, we'll go here and use this formula again: AVERAGEIFS, then first parenthesis, from the data I will choose this area and close the third bracket, comma, data again, and this time we would like to see by division, then close the third bracket, comma, and then what is the division? This is the division. Close the argument and hit on enter. This is the average area of each Boishal division, and just drag downwards to see the average area of Chittagong division, Dhaka division, Khulna division, Mymensingh, Rajshahi, Rangpur, Sylhet and so on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have already calculated the total and average population by division, total and average area by division, so you should be good to go. But since you have come this far, you would not want to present your analytical results in this way. So let's improve the visualization of these results of yours. So let me just copy everything and put it here and do all the changes here so that you can compare when I finish my data formatting. So I'll go here and paste it. I will select this, keep the source column widths. Okay, we'll keep it here and we will do everything here. First of all, let's do this. Let's select all these columns and put it this right alignment, and let's select all this data once again. Right click, go to this format cells, and this time we'll go to this number, use 1000 separated and no decimal, so hit on OK. And then let's quickly bold this header. As you can see, adjust a little bit. Let's give it a nice color if you like. Yep. And if the black is is not standing out, so you can make it white. And for Ishal Chittagong, let's keep this underline because I kind of like it. As you can see, these names of these divisions are already in alphabetical order, so division is not important. Let's say, for example, the number of population is important. So what I will do, I'll just apply a quick filter. So I'll select this total population, go to this data, apply filter, then this filter, I will choose this descending. Yep. Then I will get rid of this filter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have the total population from largest to the smallest. Okay. And what else can we do? We have the total population. Let's bring another column in between and let's do a little bit of fun. Let's do the same thing. So just go and select this cell and hit on enter, because as you see, I'm not copying this. I'm using exactly the same data here. So I will just write this equal sign and the cell number. Then drag this corner side downwards and do the same thing for all the rows. Then I'll select all this data, go to this conditional formatting, and then data bars. I will choose this solid field, for example this one, and go to this conditional formatting and manage rule. This time in data bar, this is the condition you just applied. Go to edit rule, and from the solid fields, let's change the color to something like this. Yep. And then show data bar only. So select that and hit on OK. So what it will do, it will remove all the numbers and show you the bars only. So now your data is in highest to or maximum to minimum, or highest to the lowest order already. So these bars you just applied gives you this impression that which data is maximum and which data is the minimum. It's a kind of visual indication, nothing else. And one very last cosmetic touch that you might want to consider is that if this population column is important, let's say, so keep this column as it is, select the rest of the columns and go and choose any color that kind of blends in with the background. So this means that the reader will automatically understand this is the most important information, so he will focus on that, or this column will grab the attention, but if he needs further more information, he can go to the rest of the columns. Now if you compare this left side presentation and the right side presentation, you will immediately notice that how pleasant and informative and visually pleasing the left side is when compared to this right side. So in this way, you can instantly improve the visualization of your data. Now, as I said, the third part of this tutorial would be how to bring a pivot table and do the same kind of analysis. So I'll keep my cursor here, go to this insert and hit on this pivot table. Now it's asking me where is my table or where is the range. I can go and select the range enter table, but since I have a table, official Excel data table, so I'll just write the table name, this data table, choose where to place this pivot table, new worksheet or existing worksheet. Yes, I want it here so that I can see, and then hit on OK. Now this canvas, this little canvas, as you can see, where you actually you can build your report. Now this is where, as you can see, if you look back this data, these divisions in rows one after another, the total population and total area, and of course if you want to see the total density and everything, we can calculate the average, of course. Now let's just see how can we do this how can we bring this total population and total area against each division. So I'll select this table and go to this pivot table fields, and as soon as I select this division, it will be added to these rows. So you see this division has just been added to these rows. And this values column, I would like to see the population and area and density and so on. And this is your pivot table, and definitely I can play with all these options. I can select all of it and change the font style to Arial and size to 12, and then I can definitely change the header color to this one, for example, to make them stand out. I can choose it white, and definitely I can adjust the column weights, of course, like this. And for the grand total, let's say I would like to have this beautiful background color a little bit darker than it. Let's up it 15% darker. So select that and keep it bold. And let's select all this data, go to this format and format cells. From this format cells, just go to this number, use 1000 separator, no decimal places, hit on OK. And let's do one more thing. Select any data on this column, right click and go to sort and choose this sort largest to smallest. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, sum of population, total population 470,2106, 470,2106 and so on. The list number of people living in Boishal division 83,25,666, 83,25,666. So it is exactly same. Now pivot table is additionally giving you one more information, that is the grand total of each column. You can do it here as well. For example, this grand total, and for example here sum of all these values, and hit on enter. As you can see, 1553. So let's change this 1000 separator as well. Go to format cells, number, use 1000 separator, no decimal places. Yes, 1553 303470. This is the total number of population in Bangladesh. This is the total number of population in Bangladesh. I know this is the very basic about pivot table. Of course, you can do a lot of things with this pivot table, and hopefully we'll have another tutorial entirely dedicated to this pivot table. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please do, because I'm going to come up with a lot more tutorials about it and other Microsoft Office programs. And also please turn on the bell icon so anytime I post a new video, you'll be notified. And also please consider connecting me on my social websites like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. The link is in the video description. And see you with another tutorial. Until then, ta-da.